just arrived at school. It's 9:12 and I'm parking. I do have to power walk again to my first class. That's at 9:30. It's about a 20-ish minute walk away. So I'm gonna be late again. Okay, so far I'm only 2 minutes late. Time to discuss stuff. Also, I have my final project proposal due today for this class. I think I know what I'm doing, which is Colombian Sign Language. It's gonna be on Colombian Sign Language, but I have to write that out. Anyways, here we are. That's that. Walking to French literature class now. Got my apples. I didn't pack peanuts, so it's not gonna be that filling. I did not understand what we were talking about today in class. Like, I got some of it, and then we were like going through these problems, and oh man, I really have to sit down with this reading again and find some of the things we were talking about. I thought I got the main points out of the paper and I'd written down definitions and stuff, but there were just some other things. I think it's also because I'm missing some phonological knowledge. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but the phonetics and phonology of signed languages, this is a graduate level class, meaning that this is a course that you take in grad school after you've completed your undergrad degree. But the reason that I'm able to take it is because when this course was first offered, there was only, I think, one person registered, and so then they opened it up to undergrads, but it was aimed towards undergrads who were in their senior years. But I saw it, and I emailed the professor, and I said, hey, this subject really interests me. Can I still take this course even though I'm in my second year? And she said, you know, it would be better if you've already taken Philology 311. That's a course that you take in your third or fourth year, but seeing that you've already taken one of the two introductory linguistics courses, I think you should be fine. And that's because most of the linguistics classes at UBC, unfortunately, focus on only spoken language and rarely bring signed languages in. And so this was an introductory course to signed languages. So it assumed no previous knowledge of signed languages, and everything was, you know, brand new and everyone's on the same page. You know, of course, there are like phonological concepts that you should know. It should be enough to get those concepts from the introductory course I'd already taken, but every now and then there will be a concept that would have been learned in that senior phonology class that I haven't taken yet, and it's hard to know if I'm not understanding something because of that concept, or if it's because I'm not understanding a new concept that we're learning together, or I didn't get something from the paper. So thankfully, when I met with the professor and asked her like what the heck we were talking about that day, obviously in nicer language, she assured me that yes, this is knowledge that I would have gotten if I would have taken that phonology course already, you know, to rest assured that this concept wouldn't come up again. She explained it to me anyways, but that was very reassuring to hear that it wasn't just me not understanding a new concept, it was just me not having previous knowledge. Sometimes my French literature class ends a bit early so I can sneak a quick lunch before my next lecture, which is always nice because having lunch at 2 p.m. is not ideal. I'm gonna be heading to Aerial Silks now. That is a hobby that I did when I was 15 for about 6 months, and then I quit because I sprained my wrist, and my mom was like, that's too dangerous. But now I'm an adult and I'm paying for it by myself. So I started again in September, and it's really fun and I love it, so I'm gonna go there now. This is one of those hobbies that I truly do just for the fun of it, and it's so satisfying to see my progress. The video on the left is from about a month ago, and the video in the middle is about a week ago. And as you can see, I actually did improve. So I used to have to kick my feet over in order to get over, but now I don't. And then the video that's playing on the right is now me from today, and it's pretty much the same, but still fun to compare. And then right now the video in the middle, I'm working on a different skill that I'd actually never filmed before, so I have nothing to compare it to, but it's very fun to see, and it's also a really good workout. I'm done now. Now I'm gonna head home. I'm a bit sad because my elbow's really irritated today. I don't know, I guess because of the climbing on Tuesday. It's really annoying when you get injured like this. Even I have a hip injury right now, so I can't really run. And it's just really annoying because I just want to do aerial slopes. Like I want to practice my skills, or I want to climb. I just want to climb normally, or I just want to run, but I can't because of my injuries. Good morning. It's Friday. Wait, so what is a tutorial and what is a lecture? A lecture is the main component of most courses, and this is where you go in and the professor teaches you things, and you go in and you take notes. A tutorial is a separate part of the course, and not every course will have a tutorial, but a tutorial will be run by the TA, which is someone who's hired by the university to support the teacher in different things, such as marking and running tutorials. So a tutorial can involve many things. In past, I've had it where it's a discussion and you discuss the readings, and I've even had it before where you get marked based on how good your comments are, so that was terrifying. It can also be a time where there's extra content gone over and you go in and you take notes because there wasn't enough time to go over it in lecture. And I've also had it be where it's just a time where you come together and content is gone over to make sure you understand, and it's a time where you can ask questions, and it's really nice because it just supports your learning. That's the type of tutorial that I have for this linguistics course, so it's nice. It's kind of just like an extra tutoring session. It's also nice because there are 20 students in each tutorial compared to lecture, which can have 60 to 200 students. For example, in my lecture for this, there are, I think, 150 students. So in tutorial, it's much less intimidating to speak up and ask the TA to repeat something or ask a question if you don't understand. And they are more than happy to slow down and help you. So great. I love tutorials when they're in this format. Very glad about that. I'm gonna go to the gym. Okay, let's go to work. I just had a midterm today. I actually forgot I had it. Well, okay, I didn't forget I had a midterm. Like, I knew it was happening. I just forgot that it was called a midterm because it's very different. It's called a midterm. It was for my French class, but it's not one that you can study for. This is the written and oral comprehension midterm. So basically you get handed like an article or something in French that you've never seen before, and then you have to answer comprehension questions about it. And then you watch a video that you've never seen before that's in French, and then you have to also answer comprehension questions about it. Not like what was this about, but more like here's this word that you've never seen before, like you've probably never seen before, because it'll be like very specific vocabulary, and then it's like explain what it means, and you're just supposed to be able to explain it by using the context of the article or the video to help you explain it, or like give the two arguments that the text provided, and you're supposed to be able to provide them. So I guess I had my first midterm today, but the funny thing is that, you know, to do this exam you need headphones in order to be able to listen to the video. What did I do? I did not charge my headphones. I just assumed they would stay charged, but they didn't stay charged. So when I was trying to connect them to my computer today, they didn't connect, and I tried not to freak out. So I just began with the written portion first and just began reading the text and, you know, trying to calm myself down, like, it's okay, like, worst thing, you'll just tell the prof and, like, she'll make you go outside in the hallway and listen. But this doesn't always happen. The videos they show us don't always have subtitles that you can add, but this one did, and so I just put the subtitles on and read the subtitles without having any audio. So that was nice. I think I was able to answer the questions pretty well because I was just reading the subtitles instead of actually trying to hear what the people were saying. But that is how my first midterm went. Que ya voy a hacer otro. Okay, ya hay otro pastel. I'm now done my session and I'm going to go home. An interesting thing though is that today for my speech science lecture, we have a guest lecturer. I think it's supposed to be every week or so. And this week, our guest lecturer was a speech language pathologist who specifically works with children. She was talking about her field as like what it looked like to be a speech language pathologist for a child. And you know, we talked like some technical stuff, but she also talked about the practical aspect. And it was really interesting because she talked about how in therapy, you want it to be fun. Like you don't want the activities that you're doing to be like, say this word 5 times, and if you don't get it right, then just keep trying or something like that. And she really explained how, you know, you're gonna use games and things, and then the games are going to get them to say certain words so they can practice saying those words that they have difficulty with, like those specific sounds they can't say. And then we watched a video about that happening, and it just reminded me so much of what I do in this job. Because while this job, like, it's not working on developing his speech, like there are aspects of speech that are trying to get developed, but it's mostly overall general goals, like social goals, communication goals, but not, like this isn't speech language therapy. It's reminding me so much of what I do with this kid. And so when I went into the session today, I was thinking a bit about the things that we talked about in class, and I applied some of those things, and it's just, it's so cool. It up the steep hill. Anyways, I'm almost there. I think I'm like 15 minutes away. That's my least favorite road to cross. It's a busy road. There's no light, and I have to cross it. Here we go. Bruh. I'm done. I feel good. I feel nice. I'm glad I'm done. The worst part is always coming back when I'm like 30 minutes away from home and it just feels really familiar and it feels like I'm already almost there.